Welcome one and all to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. And I'm so happy to be with all of you over there, with all of you out there, and all of you in here, because it's a strange day. Yeah. It's a very strange day, you know? It's a strange and disturbing news day in America. The New York Times summed it up with their new slogan, all the news that's ick to print. And the icky part, I gotta say, starts with Empire actor Jussie Smollett, who was, I feel the same way, who was taken into custody today for filing a false report after police determined that he staged a racist and homophobic attack against himself last month. Now, this story involves race, sexuality, politics, and violence, so I need to tread very lightly here and simply say, what a dick. Just, oh, no. Just, I'm sorry, come on. Smollett cast himself as a fake national symbol for our real racial and political divide when he told police he'd been attacked by two masked men at the entrance of the Lowe's Hotel in Chicago. He claimed they yelled racist and homophobic remarks, used President Trump's signature slogan, "Make America Great Again," tied a noose around his neck and poured bleach on him, then fled. But police say that Smollett actually hired two brothers, who are also black, to carry out the scheme. Look, I'm no expert, but if you're gonna fake a white supremacist hate crime, hire two white guys, okay? This is, I gotta say.
At least two white guys. Maybe guys that don't live in Chicago, too.
This is one place where you don't want diversity. And here's the deal. I lived in Chicago. They have white guys there. Go to a Blackhawks game. Now, Smollett also, and this is a conspiracy no-no, paid the brothers by check. Come on. It did not help that he wrote in the memo line, for faking hate crime against me, Jussie Smollett, the guy from Empire. The whole thing, it's depressing. You know, the whole thing, it's a horrible affront to actual victims of hate crimes. And it's done horribly.
Don't
because it sets back the credibility. There's no good reason to do something like this. But Smollett had a particularly bad one. Chicago police?
This stunt was orchestrated by Smollett because he was dissatisfied with his salary.
What? He staged a hate crime to boost his career? I mean, there are legitimate ways to do that. Has he never heard of a sex tape? Come on. A night vision camera on the dresser, somehow it leaks. Bingo. You're hosting The Late Show, okay? They don't.
That's what you have to say.
I'm just saying.
You got the date?
John. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying they don't give these jobs away. Now, along with everyone else in America, the president is mad at Jussie, tweeting, "At Jussie Smollett, what about MAGA and the tens of millions of people you insulted with your racist and dangerous comments? After all, racist and dangerous comments, kind of my thing, all right? Never rub another man's rhubarb." But that's true.
Wow. I don't be touching
rub the rhubarb,
no
John.
rhubarb.
Never rub another man's
Never be touching no
But
rhubarb.
Smollett isn't the only icky news today. Last night we found out the FBI has arrested a Coast Guard officer who was planning a rampage against Democrats and journalists. When they raided his apartment, they found a huge cache of ammunition and weapons. Look how neatly laid out that is. Who says men don't like Marie Kondo? This grenade sparks joy in me. It will also spark a fire because it is an incendiary grenade. The officer in question, Christopher P. Hansen, once wrote a letter, "I am a longtime white nationalist, having been a skinhead 30-plus years." 30 years, that is a long time.
Yeah,
he is close to skinhead retirement. Soon he can cash in his 401 KKK. Got a better response than I thought.
I like that.
That got a better response.
I like that.
You like that?
That's a good one.
Adds up. Hassan, the guy, was plotting to murder a huge list of people, including politicians, journalists, professors, judges, and others. In one letter, Hassan wrote, "I am dreaming of a way to kill almost every last person on Earth. Sorry, but the Cheesecake Factory is way ahead of you." So is They have an appetizer of cheeseburgers. So, this man is a homicidal, racist monster serving in our military, but don't worry, the commander-in-chief slapped him down with a savage tweet of nothing. Silence. Hasn't commented. It makes sense. Hassan only wants to kill everyone on Earth. It's not like he's hosting SNL. Plus, Trump couldn't tweet about it. He was too busy denouncing bad cell phone service. I want 5G and even 6G technology in the United States as soon as possible. It is far more powerful, faster, and smarter than the current standard. That sounds like he really wants, sounds like something happened to the White House Wi-Fi. I got my phone right here, but no internet. What's the deal? Someone help me find the G spot. I don't understand why there's 5 of them. I hear there's 5. Wow. I hear there's... Now, it's possible Trump does not know what he's talking about here because 6G technology does not exist. He thinks 6G is your opening offer to silence a porn star. Okay, I understand. Look, Mikey, look, I'm willing to go up to 130G, but first, lowball him, okay? Which, by the way, is what I'm paying her not to talk about. You know, the lowballs. That's the... Come on. He's a 72-year-old man. Swing low, sweet chariot. Thank you. That is terrible. He trumped on, American companies must step up their efforts or get left behind. There is no reason that we should be lagging behind on ... Something that is so obviously the future. I want the United States to win through competition, not by blacking out currently more advanced technologies. We must always be the leader in everything we do, especially when it comes to the very exciting world of technology. Yes, it's true. Trump is a big supporter of cutting-edge technology, like wall